Hi there. It's Debbie Hazelton, inspirational speaker. Oh gosh, what am I? Holistic practitioner, also known as woo-woo wacky witch Hazel. I've had people ask, are you a witch? Well, what is a witch? What did the people who have claimed to be witches, even those who were burned at the stake, what were they saying? I believe they were saying they believed in the power to manifest, to make change. They believed in the power of possibility. Well, that's what I believe in, the power of possibility. So I woke up this morning, and the thought that was most in my head was give them a chance to do it right. I was thinking of someone for whom I help take care of, wanting to see if he was doing what he needed to do early this morning. And sure enough, he did, and he was, and many of us are doing what we need to do at many times of the day. And so I took that thought and transferred it to other situations and the importance of giving others a chance to do it right. And then I was listening to one of my favorite astrologers, the Leo King, who is a lot like the woo-woo wacky witch Hazel. I mean, he gets in there. He's over the top with his excitement and his descriptions. And I can also be that way. Very much out there, wildly on top of things, supporting, being enthusiastic. And the Leo King is talking about people being over the top with fear and criticism about the times in which we're in, and many things going on, particularly in the U.S., but all over the world. And then I was playing Dice World. I'm out there often playing Dice World, and I wrote a blog post, I believe it was last week or the week before. I think it's debbiehazelton.com/ gosh, I can't remember exactly what I posted it as, the hashtag for it, or the trailing description. But if you go to my blog on debbiehazelton.com, you'll see what I wrote about Dice World. I love to think about our lives and how we show up. And I'm convinced that it's not so much about whether we win or how many we win, about games or any number of things in our lives. It's more about how we show up and how we honor ourselves and the other players. If life is a series of games or a series of events, what do we do when we go to a potluck? Usually, we bring something. What do we bring to the table? I don't care whether it's a game of Dice World, a potluck event, a meeting in which we're showing up to be there. What are we bringing? How are we bringing ourselves to show up? So we can do this competition thing and just push our way through and strive to win and even find ways to cheat. Maybe not on Dice World maybe, but I remember I used to play anagrams on a particular website, and there were people sitting there at midnight cheating so they would always win, with a dictionary or something to give them all the ways that they could win. And we hear about rigged elections and rigged this and that, rigged sport events. But what about just showing up and knowing that sometimes it's just like riding the seesaw. Sometimes it's our turn to let someone else rise up. And so sometimes we have to sit lower so that someone else can rise. And sometimes it is for us to have a very small score. Does that mean we've lost? Not necessarily. Sometimes that small score might be because we're already ahead, not because we're behind. Sometimes that small score might already be putting us over the finish line. And one of the things I love about Dice World, which I write about in the blog, is that it isn't about how many games we win. It's about how many we play. And we get further ahead in our levels just by showing up and playing. Isn't that so much about life? We get further ahead in our own personal growth by showing up and allowing the grace. What is grace? Gifts we get, we receive that are not necessarily earned. So maybe the linear thing of you do this and you get that in a concrete, tangible sense isn't as important as we show up and allow the universe to give to us, allow the universe to gift just by showing up. So if we can let others just do the right thing. And so what if they don't? Whose job is it to fix everything? And why do we interpret things that others do as wrong when maybe they have just made their move, and yet we will make ours as well, and we will have turns to rise, and we will have other turns to help other people rise, maybe because we already have had our turn, maybe because our turn is yet to come. But as we show up, we move forward. It's really quite a wonderful life. One game after another, one situation after another. I'm really grateful to be at the table, and I hope you are too. All right. Hope you stay subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you haven't, I hope you will. Hope you find my radio shows. I'm out there on Twitter, out there on Facebook. I have no idea how to reach myself on Facebook or anybody else. But I am on Twitter at Debbie Hazelton. And thank you for being here. Take good care. Stay wrapped up in good thoughts and feelings. They are always available to us, and we really do get to make choices.